up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Elliott Delp, and today we're going to be doing a review on the Bog Infinite Series Death Grip Tripod. Super excited about it. Small disclaimer before we dive into it. Bog did send this out for me to make content on. There's your, I guess, relationship disclaimer. Second thing you should know is you should be wearing some basement operator merch. If you haven't checked it out already, it is our apparel line. It helps us kind of fund the channel, make more stuff for you, whether that be buying ammo or buying tripods or buying whatever it may be. Basementoperator.com. Our newest line is the Golden Comfort line. There you have Sunday Gun Day and canned goods and an original Basement Operator tee, so you should go check that out. The canned goods stuff's pretty sweet. Also check out the canned goods stickers. All right, I know how much everybody likes stickers, so make sure you're checking out the canned goods stickers. It's pretty sweet. All right, so basementoperator.com. So let's dive into this little review here of this tripod. So this is the Bog Infinite tripod. Okay, so Bog has, I guess, really pushed their way into the shooting tripod market with the Bog Deathgrip tripod, which has been out for years now at this point. I picked up an original one long time ago and did a video on it, and I loved it. I've used it every hunting season since I've got it, from deer hunting to coyote hunting to hog hunting. Anything you can think of, I've used the Bog Deathgrip for. And this year in January, February, they released their Infinite Series and another one, I think it's like the Sherpa series maybe, which is a little bit smaller than the Infinite. And they made a lot of changes to the death grip that I thought were very needed and were in very good taste. Okay, so there was a lot of things I didn't like about the death grip, the original death grip. And we'll get into that a little bit more when we talk about the specs, but this I think is an improvement, just out the gate, an improvement to the original tripod. So how much does this thing cost? So this one right here, this is the carbon fiber model, $329 on Amazon at the moment. And if you want to pick this or the aluminum version up, I will link them below. So the carbon fiber is $329. The normal aluminum is $300. Okay, so there's only a $30 difference compared to, I guess, when the original came out. It was like $150 difference. So not that big of a difference right now on Amazon. If you go look at like Cabela's or another store, this thing will run about $400. So I really recommend just buying it on Amazon, and you'll save a lot of money. So let's talk about some of the features of the tripod, and as we're talking about the features, I'm going to compare it to the old death grip to let you know how they've improved. So to begin with, you have your death grip up here. It is very similar to the old death grip. Let me take the rifle out. It is unloaded, unsafe, the whole shebang. The death grip is exactly like the old death grip, except for it's a little bit smaller. The grip itself is not as tall, which hasn't provided any real challenges to me so far. I'm still able to fit my rifle. This one's got a big old quad rail on it, or a normal hunting rifle in there just fine. So there wasn't a lot of changes made here, and that's perfectly fine. I didn't think the death grip needed a lot of improvement. It served its purpose. It served its purpose well. So let me put this rifle back in the tripod, and we'll talk about how it performs in a different way. So the first big change, let me flip this thing around for you, is the head. So this has an Arca Swiss mount, and if you're unfamiliar, it essentially allows you to mount a Arca mount inside of the ball head. So when you pick this thing up, it comes with the tripod, the death grip, and an extra mounting system. So if you want to screw it into the bottom of your rifle, if you have something that will accommodate it, and you can mount it here on the ball head. This is really nice if you want to use it for a camera or a spotting scope. I know the AccuFire Omnis allows for an Arca Swiss mount to mount, and we've mounted it to this tripod and used it for like spotting long range. Been awesome that way. Okay, so that's the first big change, and I think it's a really nice change. It allows for a little bit of versatility and to quickly swap out your rifles. If you don't want to use the death grip and you want to just use an Arca mounting system, you can just slide your rifle on there, tighten her down, and it works the same way. Okay, so that's the first big change, is the mounting system. The second big change is the tripod is now no longer a kind of one-dimensional or two-dimensional range of motion. So if you're familiar with the original death grip, you could go side to side and up and down, but you couldn't do any canting. And that was one of the biggest things that I didn't like about it. It didn't allow for as much versatility as maybe a ball head. So one of the things that Bog did to improve is they added a ball head. I cannot stress how much nicer it is compared to the original Death Grip. The ball head's fantastic. I like its full range of motion. It can do literally everything you can want it to do. Awesome decision on Bog's part, and it is super strong. So here we have a 6mm arc. This is a fairly heavy rifle, and it holds it level perfectly fine. If we extend it out here, and this is like the hardest thing you can do to it, it still holds it level. So all the weight is here in the back, so that's causing a big moment here on the front of the tripod, and it is still holding it level. Actually, it's kicked a little bit because I don't have it in the Death Grip very good, but still very impressive on Bog's part. It holds AR-10s just fine. Any really heavy piece of firearm, it'll do very good, and it'll hold it level, hold it sturdy. I mean, I'd never recommend just having it level, because you never know when it might slip. Maybe it fails, maybe it I don't know, gets greasy. I don't know. I usually can't mine forward, but if you leave it parallel, it'll hold it just fine. And that's something that I look for in a ball head system, okay? So kudos to Bog, all right? They have a little hook here at the bottom, so if you want to hook your stuff down here, coyote hunting, whatever you may be doing, or a weight or something to kind of stabilize it, you can hook it right here. Very nice. All right, so the next big thing, well, I guess I need to talk about the legs a little bit. They have 3 different features for the legs. Let me just bipod up the rifle here so I can quit holding on to it. It has a 20-degree tilt, a 45-degree tilt, and an 85-degree tilt. So that's if you're wanting to spread the legs out more and drop the tripod, or if you want to kind of keep the tripod high. And you can see how tall the tripod is. I'm 6 foot, 5'11". Right here's the height, and we're at a little bit of angle here on this hill, but it's a very good height for kind of like your more average sized person. If you're really tall, 6'5", might not be as convenient, but if you're about 6 foot and shorter, it works really well. Actually, I could say I could probably drop it a little bit. So if you're 6 foot to like 6'2", it'll probably work really well. All right, so it'll accommodate most people. Moving to the legs and how they adjust, this is another change that Bog did. They have a twist lock system, which is really nice. They're quick, so you don't have to turn them very far for them to drop, but they are very sturdy, so once you tighten them, they don't do anything, and you can just adjust really quickly, which is one thing I like. The old Bogs had kind of a just a latch system where you flip the latch and drop. It wasn't as easy. Sometimes the latches got stuck. They were hard, and they've improved upon that, which I think is a very good feature. Last but not least, in terms of the tripod, you have a, oh gosh, there's little metal spikes. Actually, I don't have the spikes in, but there is spikes that you can place underneath the legs and screw them on, and they'll shoot down into the ground. All right, so that's pretty much the whole gist of it. And as previously mentioned, you do get a bag to carry it in, so you can bag this all up. It's a very compact, and you can watch how quickly I can put this thing up. It does not take a lot to put this thing up. It's really quick, really efficient, packs up really small, and there you go. There you have it. Very backpackable. Put it in your backpack, whatnot. Super lightweight. This one's 6 pounds, and the aluminum's 8 pounds. For 30 bucks, I would cut the 2 pounds. I would just buy the carbon fiber if you're looking to pick it up. I can attest to say that it is really convenient, especially if you're moving a lot of distance. If you're walking a lot with these tripods, maybe you're out west, maybe you're doing a lot of stalking, and that's why you have this tripod for longer range shooting, and you're stalking out west. I would save the weight and buy the carbon fiber edition. I just think it's very useful. Now, some of the things I think Bog can improve on, because I'm always here to add suggestions. I mean, it might be a very awesome product, but there's always things they can do better, right? So I think being able to raise and lower the ball head would be nice. Accommodate, I guess, taller people for one, and maybe, I don't know, maybe if you have a camera on it and you need to raise the camera up higher, and maybe this is not quite the right height, just adding a little more, I guess, height to it would be nice, and the ability to raise and lower it. That's just one thing, makes it more versatile. More people can use it for more than just shooting, and that's one of the improvements that I think should be made and could be made. And that's really about it. I haven't abused the living daylights out of it yet. I guess this is coming into my first season. I've taken it coyote hunting like twice now, and I haven't had a super ton of experience, but this is kind of more of a just once over of the features of it. Like I said, I've had the original bogs and I've taken them on countless hunts, and they've held up really well. And this is, I think, a very big improvement. Like I said, most of the concept is still here from the original bog, but they've improved it in different ways. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this holds up long term, and I think Bog has done a very good job at listening to consumer feedback and putting a good product on the market. So I think that really about does it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. If you want to pick up either of these, or a carbon fiber or a aluminum, link is in the description. It'll be one of the first links. Also check out basementoperator.com. There you can pick up some sweet merch. Also follow me on Instagram, because that is where I post all kinds of deals. If I see this for like $200, I'll post it up on my Instagram on a swipe up story. So make sure to follow me there as well. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know. I'll see you on the next one. As always, take someone outdoors. Peace.